Hi, I'm Younis, and this is the Speeding Bulletin Superman news for the week October 12 to 19, 2007. On October 12th, we reviewed Action Comics 856. You can check out that review on supermanhomepage.com. On October 12th, we also reported on Hallmark releasing 2 Superman Christmas tree ornaments, and you can check out a review by Ron Zaguli on the website. On October 12th, we gave you a sneak peek into Justice League of America number 14, and there are 4 pages, including the cover art, that you can check out at supermanhomepage.com. On October 12th, Bruce Timm and Stan Berkowitz spoke about Justice League New Frontier, the animated movie coming out on Warner Home Video on DVD early next year, and you can check out that interview at newsarama.com and also voicesfromkrypton.com. On October 12th, we reported that Eric Powell talks about drawing Superman on Action Comics. On October 12th again, we reported on Dean Cain interview with KTLA, an affiliate of the CW, who posted an interview with Dean Cain about his upcoming appearance on Smallville. And we also revealed the links for the CW's preview trailer and director's cut video clip for the episode Cure, which is the 4th episode of season 7. And we also revealed a number of photos for the episode titled Action, which is the 5th episode of season 7, and you can check those out at supermanhomepage.com. There was a rumour going around from ain'tcool.com saying that Bryan Singer may be interested in having Terrence Stamp return in his sequel to Superman Returns, possibly as General Zod. That's an interesting rumour, and obviously just take it with a grain of salt until anything official is announced. ObsessedWithFilm.com reported on October 14th that Weta Workshop may be involved in creating the costumes for the upcoming Justice League movie. This week we also reviewed comics such as Justice League Unlimited number 38, JLA Classified number 44, and Superman 668. You can check out those reviews at supermanhomepage.com. We also reviewed Smallville, the complete 6th season on DVD. Neal Bailey reviewed that. You can check that out on October 15th at the Superman homepage. On October 15th, Neal Bailey and Douglas Trumbull also published their reviews of the 3rd episode of season 7, titled Fierce, and Peter McDermott also posted his episode guide summary of that episode. On October 15th, we put up the official description for the 4th episode of season 7 of Smallville titled Cure, and a large number of photos for that same episode, and you can check that out on October 15th if you haven't seen those already. On October 15th, HollywoodReporter.com claimed that director George Miller had flown into LA from Australia to test a number of actors for the upcoming Justice League movie, and all the actors that were listed were very young. That was an interesting news report on October 15th. On October 15th, we also released all the Superman-related solicitations from DC Comics for January 2008, so check those out at supermanhomepage.com. We also reviewed Countdown number 29 this week. Check that out. Voicesfromkrypton.com published part 1 of their interview with Gregory Novak, the Senior Vice President of Creative Affairs for DC Comics, who among other things is the liaison between DC and Warner Brothers, and he spoke at length about the Superman movies and upcoming Justice League movie on October 16. You can check that out at voicesfromkrypton.com. Later in the week they also published the second part of that interview, but I'll get to that in a second. Wizard World Texas is coming up on November 10 to 12. If you're in the Texas area, you might want to check out that convention, and the Superman homepage will be hosting a table at that convention. So if you want to drop by and say hello to Neal Bailey, he'll be there. And you can also see Laura Vandervoort, who plays Supergirl on Smallville. She'll be there on Saturday and Sunday at that convention in November. Warner Brothers sent us descriptions and details on upcoming Legion of Superheroes episodes. You can check that on October 16th report at the Superman homepage. And speaking of Legion of Superheroes, Jeffrey Bridges updated the episode guide on our website for the episode Chained Lightning, and also posted his review for that same episode on October 16th. Comics available this week from October 17th for Superman fans include Countdown number 28, Justice League of America number 14, Superman Confidential number 7, Superman the Bottle of City of Kandor trade paperback, Showcase presents trade paperback World's Finest volume number 1, 52 the Companion trade paperback, and 52 the Covers hardcover edition. On October 16th, there were more details of Dean Cain's guest appearance on Smallville. TV Guide published an article about Dean Cain coming to Smallville and asked him how it was to play a villain on Smallville. And also Yahoo TV posted 2 sneak peek videos from this week's episode of Smallville with Dean Cain guest starring. James Tucker spoke to JusticeLeagueOnFilm.com about the Legion of Superheroes and his experience using the Justice League cartoons that he worked on, bringing those ideas and his experience to the Legion of Superheroes cartoon. I actually wrote an article this week on October 17th titled Superman is Swell, and it takes a look back at the history of the word swell with Superman. As most people know, it was used in the Christopher Reeve Superman the movie, and again paid homage to in Superman Returns, but its origins in the Superman universe date well back to the 1940s Superman radio series. You can check that out at supermanhomepage.com. Kurt Busiek joined the Superman homepage again for his QFK forum, Questions for Kurt forum, in which he answered questions submitted by fans about Superman 668. So you can check that out at supermanhomepage.com, October 17. A number of press releases were sent out in regards to the Legion of Superheroes Volume 2 DVD coming out on February 5th, 2008, and also the all-new Super Friends Season 1 Volume 1 DVD, which will also be released on January 8th, 2008. You can check out those press releases dated October 18, supermanhomepage.com. Al Goff has been speaking about Smallville Season 7, and he's started a new interview with comicbookresources.com, in which he speaks about what's coming up for Season 7 on October 18th. In more Justice League movie news, there was a false report claiming that MovieHole.net had received a script for the Justice League movie, which made it sound like it was more like a Super Friends episode, but that was indeed discovered to be a false report. So that was a hoax there, thank goodness. But in some good news for Superman fans, in part 2 of his interview with Voices from Krypton.com, Gregory Novak said that the Superman sequel is still happening, and that the rumors of it not happening and that Justice League taking over from it are false. Zaptoit.com posted an interview with Dean Cain, asking him all about his appearance on Smallville and what it's like coming back to the Superman world. Alison Mack was interviewed, or part 2 of her video interview with the CW Source is now online, and that was published on October 18th. Al Goff spoke more about Smallville, answering more fan questions at tvguide.com. In the second part of that question and answer interview, Al Goff spoke about Clark's lack of journalistic interest, and also about whether or not Superman or Clark Kent kills in Smallville, and has some quite interesting things to say about that subject. On October 19, there are more casting news in regards to the Justice League movie. Cinematical.com reports that Shannon Sussman auditioned for the role of Wonder Woman for the upcoming Justice League movie, and while AintItCool.com reports that all those young Hollywood stars auditioning for Justice League were really only for the roles of the Flash and Wonder Woman, with the Flash supposedly being cast in a younger capacity for the Justice League movie. That's basically all the news there is for the week October 12 to 19 in the Superman world. This is the Speeding Bulletin. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bailey Planet. This is my first week doing this, so forgive me if I'm a little shaky or nervous, but here I'm supposed to give some kind of pithy, short commentary that'll last about a minute about something that happened this week in Superman comics. So, here's my presentation. You'll notice that I'm not holding anything in my hands, there's nothing up my sleeve. What I was going to do this week was I was going to take the 3 comics that I had to review and actually give you a little bit of an expose about what I liked in them or didn't like in them, and then have the picture scroll across the screen. Problem is, they didn't come out except for Superman Confidential number 7. So my rant this week is pretty much to say that I'm sick and tired of not having my books every week, to the point of where I, who have been a Superman fan since 1993 in terms of buying every week, and since I was 5 in 1985, have bought and used all of these Superman comics and apparel, all these things. It's making me cut way back. So my rant is that DC, if you don't watch out and if you don't stop this stuff, you're going to lose readers, and you're going to lose longtime fans, and you're going to lose people who put their life and heart into your product.